Good morning.
Good morning,
everyone, and welcome to the People's Church of Divine Prophecy. My name is Reverend Judy Weaver, and I'm the co-pastor of the church. We're delighted that everyone is here. Please stand and join me. First, we're going to go ahead and light the candles. Miss Marty, can I call on you directly next to me? No,
That
this
was your-
one. That would be you because you're close.
Oh, well, that would be me. You know, People's Church, we are Marty and stereo. There we are. We are a dual element here.
The candles symbolize the mind, body, and spirit. Go ahead and just click the button, see what happens. Yeah, I think you just did it right. Okay, there you go. We're good, we're good.
And spirit.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. All right, please join me in an attitude of prayer. Heavenly Father, thank you. Thank you for the blessings of this amazing and beautiful day. Thank you for all the individuals who have chosen to join us, to unite as one, to celebrate you, to celebrate life, to celebrate sound, and all the brilliance that's available all around us. We welcome you, Father, to the People's Church of Divine Prophecy. Amen. Amen. We'll go ahead and we'll stay standing for a song. We'll open it with a song. Miss Marty, what would you like to
Let's
sing?
sing hymn number 4, In the Garden. Number 4, In the Garden. I come to the garden alone, while the dew is still on the roses, and the voice I hear calling on me here, the Son of God discloses, and He walks with me, and He talks with me, and He tells me I am His own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. He speaks, and the sound of His voice is so sweet, the birds hush their singing, and the melody that He gave to me within my heart is ringing, and He walks with me, and He talks with me, and He tells me I am His own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. I'd stay in the garden with Him, though the night around me is falling, and He bids me go with the voice of hope. His voice to me is calling, and He walks with me, and He talks with me, and He tells me I am His own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known.
Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. Just a couple of quick little housekeeping. We do have some new visitors. We're excited and delighted to always have new visitors with us. And so facilities are down and around the left-hand corner. We advise everybody to turn off your cell phones because inevitably God calls on a regular basis when we don't. It's just amazing the way that happens. And after service, we actually have a little coffee and some Danishes set up in the room next door. We also have a list for if anybody wants to send healing energies for anybody, or if you want to get registered and sign up for our weekly notices of what's going on in the church. We also have that paper in there also. So the next part we're going to do is we're going to do a message from the pastor. So we're going to invite up Reverend Phil today to give us our message. Excuse us, we're having a little technical difficulty. Steve's been gone how long now? We're good for a couple of weeks.
Thank you, Judy. What I want to talk today is about love. And this last week, I have seen a lot of what I would call heartfelt love. I want to quote from the 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 13. Okay, very spiritual number. 3 things will last forever: faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love. And what had happened this week, I had a call from somebody in Titusville, and they wanted some spiritual counseling. And they wanted to connect with their guides. And this was a phone counseling session. And I had brought through some of the guides that she went into meditation before. And I brought through the people that she had come and give her a little self-guidance. So basically, it was just confirmation and verification of what her higher self had already told her. And we have to look at getting guidance from ourselves and just relying on the love, on the Christ consciousness that lives within us. And basically, we can take those steps and guide ourselves through our own divine guidance. Now, there are steps in life as we follow our path that sometimes we stumble and we have to get up. And I have an I Am discourse this evening in Lake Helen, and I just want to read you a little bit about what Archangel Michael channels. And he says, start where you are. Focus forgiveness on all you believe to be at fault, be it family, friends, partners, children, etc. Whomever you judge to be the reason for your unhappiness, wrongdoing, etc. Extend that hand of forgiveness. You do not even need to do this face to face. Your thoughts flow with that intention. Focus on a person or situation in your life that is causing you angst at this moment. Send that person love and light with the highest intention and believing in the outcome. Every time you think of this person or situation, choose to send the love and light. This may take a few times to make the shift in your thinking and belief. It is truly worth the effort. It is not for the person or the situation. It's only for you, who deserves and desires peace in your life. So in the spiritual counseling sessions that I have with many people, forgiveness is the key. And what Steve has taught me, the first part of there's three parts of forgiveness. The first is to forgive yourself in whatever situation you are in. The second, to forgive yourself with God. And third, to forgive the other person. And then you will be at peace. The other person doesn't have to accept that forgiveness because we can send it through our thoughts. And it is a way of achieving that inner peace. Now, St. Paul also in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, 6 states, "Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth." So we all have our inner truth, and that is the thing that is leading our path. And forgiveness will bring that peace. Now, I'm going to fast forward in 1 Corinthians 14, verse 1. And this is where Hilarion, Ascended Master Hilarion of St. Paul the Apostle, says, "Follow the way of love and eagerly desire gifts of the Spirit, especially prophecy." And prophecy is one of the speaking gifts that the Spirit gives to us with our baptisms of fire. But we all have this prophecy. And instead of people going to spiritual counselors, and going back to where I started, it is just believe in your higher guidance. I'll leave you with that message.
All right, that was lovely. All right, let's go ahead and stand and sing a song.
Especially prophecy. I really trust Spirit. I ask before I come here, okay, what is the music today? What do we do? And then I come here and get the other side, and we had a request for Ode to Joy, which is all about love. And then when our pastor Bill was talking about love, I thought, there's what I call the triangulation. You hear it twice. Perhaps that's why Spirit speaks twice, so that we trust. So we're going to do it again. That's Ode to Joy. Joyful, joyful. Joyful, joyful, we adore thee, Father, glory, Lord, hearts unfold like stars before thee, opening to the sun above. Melt the clouds of sin and spread inside the dark of doubt away. Giver of immortal gladness, fill us with the light of day. Thou art giving and forgiving, ever blessing, ever blessed. Wellspring of the joy of living, ocean birth of happiness. Thou our Father, Christ our brother, all who live in love are thine. Teach us how to love each other, lift us to thy joy divine. Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. So our church service is comprised of three different portions. We have the healing portion, we have our inspirational lecture, and we have our demonstration of spiritual gifts. And so we're going to move into the healing portion. Today we're going to do something a little bit different because we have this lovely array before us and a wonderful guest speaker who's going to lead all of us in our healing together. So we're not going to set up the healing chairs in the back. Everyone's just going to participate as one. We are going to go ahead and everyone look on the back of your hymnal, and we will go ahead and open by reading our prayer for spiritual healing. Again, I want to remind everyone this healing experience is for you and for everyone else in your life. So anyone that you have in thought or you want to hold in prayer, and it can be the physical, mental, spiritual, any part of any aspect is what it can heal.
So I want you to have that in your mind as we're going forward. So please join me. I ask
As a great unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from my mind and heart and to restore me to perfect health. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and I will do my part. I ask this great unseen healing force to help both present and absent ones who are in need of help and to restore them to perfect health. I put my trust in the love and power of God.
Thank you. So I want everybody to go ahead and just sit and relax. We're going to invite Miss Jill Jordan, Reverend Jill Jordan. She's an ordained minister, author, certified sound practitioner, Reiki practitioner, life coach, and spiritual teacher. Jill's a member of the Sounds of the Light, the wrong line. Sound Healers Association and an award-winning speaker. Her websites are soundofthelight.com, yourpowercompass.com, jillmmorgan.com, and achangereaction.com. So please help me and welcome Reverend Jill Jordan.
Welcome, everyone. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
This is working? Okay, good. All right, so we'll do a group healing session. So you can just relax in your chair, your feet uncrossed, maybe your hands are resting on your lap. And let's just begin with the first sound that we made in our life, which is the breath. So let's take a deep breath in. Just let it out. Take another deep breath in. Let it out the little sound. And with each breath, begin to relax a little more. Relaxing your body, your mind. And with each exhale, you become more relaxed in your chair. filtering through your entire body and being, down through the hips, into the legs, relaxing those muscles, massaging those legs that carry you everywhere in your life on this beautiful journey. Feeling that knee, that joint space, igniting cells, tissue, ligaments. Bring it love. Allow that energy to keep following through, down through the lower legs. And with it, pushing everything that doesn't serve you in your mind, in your body, in your life. Pushing it out of your field, out of your body system, out of that vibration that is you. And then sending it deep into Mother Earth, thanking her for taking this energy and transmuting it with love. Turning it into molten fire or rocks. Maybe it's transformed into dirt that grows beautiful flowers and trees. This light is you coming from deep in the heavens through your field, washing you, cleansing you, reigniting you with the love that you came in with, releasing what is no longer certain. This light is the light of truth, love, creative intelligence that is you. Breathe in this light, let it fill you. That unconditional love. As you exhale, expand that unconditional love out, expanding your field of love, healing into this room. Allow it to join the other light beings, the other light fields of love, expanding this room into a beautiful, sparkling, brilliant white light. With each breath, this expands, filling this building, this street, this neighborhood, with love, healing all those, every living being in the city, in this state. Let this light expand beyond this state, beyond this region, into our country, into our continent. Allow it to cover our beautiful earth, our home. There are no boundaries. This light is filtering through all of the land, all of the beings, igniting, expanding. This light expands as far as you can imagine, beyond the stars, merging with that original source of all that is. into the sleep. And let go. To forgive. And leave anything here that you're still holding on to. Any pains that you may have, physical, mental. Surrender. Breathe into this light again. Let this light come into the body. Allow this unconditional love to come in with every breath. And with every exhale. Unconditional love, gratitude for knowing that you are loved. You are a living expression of love and light in this world. Begin to feel yourself back in this room, in your chair. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. When you're ready, open your eyes. How are you feeling?
Wow. Well, thank you. All right, everyone, please stand. We'll go ahead and we'll get grounded with a song. Here's a mystery. Did you know that last tone she played was exactly the one for our healing bells? You want to play that? Nice. Ah. Let's sing hymn number 3 2 times. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel His mighty power and His grace. I can feel the touch of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. I can feel His mighty power and His grace. I can feel the touch of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. Well, now we have the opportunity to welcome again Reverend Jill Jordan back up to inspire us with her words, not only her music. So please help me in welcoming Ms. Jordan.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Did you guys enjoy the crystal bowls?
Yeah.
Yay! What I like about the crystal bowls is it's different every day. It's intuitive, so it comes as it comes, and it depends on the environment and who's in the room, and what's in the room, right? Because it's sound and it's vibration, it's moving out, it's hitting everything, it's vibrating off things, it's going through us, right? So even if this exact group of people were here and I played again, it would be different. We're all different. And our consciousness plays into it. Our frequency is affecting our consciousness, right? But to me, I always love it. And to me, it's a celestial sound of ease and comfort and relaxation and balance. And I just love it. Because life isn't always like that. And so I've come to learn that I get to choose, what is happening and how I'm reacting to it based on what's happening in the moment. So today I want to talk about a song, a life song. And not just any life song, but your life song. Did you know that you have a life song? Did you know that your life is a song? You are a vibrating mass of energy. Every organ, every tissue, every bone, every cell has its own resonant frequency. So just your body alone is a system of frequencies, of different frequencies, like instruments in an orchestra. And the words that you speak, they're the lyrics to your song. So you're this field of sound frequencies. And we also know that our actions, our thoughts, our emotions have frequency and sound. So your existence is a song to the universe. So what is your song? What is it sounding like? If you could name your song, what would it be? Would it be a Mozart? Would it be a song about bad luck and guilt? Would it be a sad song about all the sorrows that we experienced? Or is it a love song? Is it a happy song? What is your life song? Well, like most people, it's probably a combination of Mozart and joy and regret and happiness and love, right? But did you know that you can be the conductor of this orchestra? You could be the conductor, the composer of this song. That your life song could be a love song. It could be meditation music. It could be filled with inspiration and faith and love. You're the one conducting it. The life that you're living every day can bring peace and happiness, even contentment, acceptance. It can bring excitement about what harmonious tone is coming next. Every day is a new chord to your song. You're adding to it. Have you ever listened to a song and you thought you knew the words, but then you found out maybe they were wrong, or they were different than what you thought? Or I had an experience. My daughter was younger. She was like maybe 11 or 12. She's singing a song. We're driving her somewhere. She's singing, "This is the end, so blow all your heads off." And I was like, what is that? Why are you singing that? She's like, "That's the words, Mommy." I'm like, I don't think that's what they're saying. So I listened to the next chorus, and they're singing, "This is the anthem, throw all your hands up." Like, that's a big difference, right? And she was like, oh, yeah, okay. So I'm like, sing that. So we changed our perception on what we thought we knew, and she started singing that, just, changed it, and it felt better to me for sure. So there's things that we hear, and there's things that we perceive in our life that may not be making us feel good, but, we have a perception about what it is. And we may have a misperception. And it's not just in songs, right? Sometimes communication, business relationships, personal relationships, even events. We have a perception about how it happened and what it's doing to us. We all have some old recordings that are playing over and over in our head from our childhood. It could be, "Oh, you're so lazy," or "Why you're so shy," or "You're not like your sister, couldn't you be more like your brother," or whatever. These things, these loops in our head. And then we have these self-composed records that we play in our heads based on events, guilt maybe, or regret. We play these loops of "I'm not good enough," or "This happened before, so it's going to happen again." That's part of your song. So if we begin to be aware of the effects of sound
And we can learn how to be healthy, happy, peaceful, or at least in a state of contentment or neutrality to move into those states. We are affected by sound. We are sound. Everything that's happening around us is sound. Like we know science is telling us. I look into sound research, our body, our bones, our cells, they're calling it a song. Each cell has a song, and it's singing to its environment. So a blood cell has a frequency that the blood doesn't have, and it's interacting with these. So we're learning so much about sound. They're doing sound mapping of your cells, so they can pinpoint the vibration of the cell, if it's a healthy cell, if it's a heart cell, if it's a liver cell, if it's a skin cell, or if it's a healthy cell of those, or if it's an injured cell, if it's a diseased cell. And we're learning that changing the frequency changes the frequencies of our cells, of our bodies. And when one organ is out of tune, the whole orchestra is out of tune, right? We get sick, we have a stomach ache, it's changing everything. Well, frequencies affect other frequencies. And it's much like mixing ingredients in a meal when you're cooking, right? If you add something, you ever add too much of a spice and it changed the whole thing. I eat oatmeal a lot with cinnamon, and one time I grabbed the cumin. Oops. Did that change the frequency of the oatmeal? Yeah. Yes. So you change your frequency, you change your environment, you change your life, you change your song. So whether these frequencies around us are harmonic or not, our bodies, our minds are absorbing it. We're having to process this, right? And our bodies want to stay in a balance, in a constant state of balance, but if we're bombarding it with frequencies that are making it difficult, we begin to get stressed. We're tired. We're constantly trying to balance this frequency state that's happening all around us, and if we don't, we get stressed, which can cause disease, mental and psychological disharmony, and that which will affect your life, right, and those around you. So have you ever snapped at somebody because you were stressed out of something else, had nothing to do with that person, but you snapped at them, or something you said came out wrong? It's happened to all of us, right? It could be that you're just stressed, you're tired, you've had an overload of frequency that's not matching up with you, or you're just living in an unconscious lower amount of frequency. And sounds also create emotion. What kind of emotions arise if we think about a gunshot? Creates emotion. Or someone crying, someone that you love. Or nails on a chalkboard against people. What about the soft waves of an ocean? Or a light breeze in the trees? Different sound. Or a child's laughter. Different feeling, right? So how do we take over and be the maestro conductor of our orchestra and begin to broadcast at a higher frequency? By tuning our instruments, by directing the composer and the performance of our life, which is us, our words, our thoughts, our actions. And it's a simple process that I call ABC. It's as simple as ABC. So you become aware. You start to notice, this made me feel bad, or this made me angry, or this made me sad. Just awareness. That's it. And then breathe. Become present. Taking a breath brings you into this moment. And right here, right now, I'm okay. I may feel some anger coming up or whatever, but I'm here. I'm right now. I'm with this. And then you have a choice, a conscious choice. And a lot of times you have to process that negative emotion. It's there. If we resist it, it can start to poison us. So we notice it. We accept it. We do something to move through it. It could be just breathing. It could be singing. It could be shouting without causing harm to anyone else. It could be punching a pillow. If there's energy that's coming up and it needs to come out, let it. And then make a conscious choice. How can I feel better about this? What is a new perception? So I say it's as simple as ABC, right? It's simple, but it's not always easy. It's a process. Like most people in here, I've experienced stress, pain, guilt. So I know this works because I've processed a lot of big things and a lot of little things. It started after a traumatic accident of someone that I loved. I was letting my inner voice of guilt and regret be the chorus of my life. I had to decide to create a new melody. Because what happened was, I lost someone to a drunk driver. He was running an errand for me, and he was hit. And he spent 6 days in a coma until his family and I decided to turn him off life support. And this event caused me to choose to live in darkness. I couldn't see, hear, or feel joy in any life, in any moment, for a very long time. Part of me didn't even want to. How could I live? How could I live in joy? When this man who showed me the most unconditional love is dead, because I sent him on an errand. So I began this process of guilt. And it didn't feel good. I didn't like it, but I didn't know any other way. I began to feel like I knew there had to be another way. Other people have processed grief. Other people have gone through so much anger. And, how does this happen? Did it happen like ABC that quick? No, but it started as a process. It started because I began to think, the amount of love that I shared in that relationship and what I was given and seen in that relationship, even though it was short, it showed me love. And if I just spent my life being angry and full of guilt and grief, how was I honoring that love that I received? And so I began to just change little things that I can handle day by day. And over time, a new record began to play. I had to listen to that part of my soul that is here to live, that is here to sing, that is filled with the love that expanded by knowing that person, and tap into that. Well, I'm safe. I'm okay. I'm here. I'm breathing. I can feel that love. I can drop down into my heart and stop listening to that broken record and feel that love. And think about what I had to be grateful for. And think about forgiveness. You'd think that me and Phil planned this talk, but we didn't. Forgiveness. Forgiving myself. Forgiveness is a gift that you give yourself. So it's a process of choosing to change your frequency, allowing and accepting. I never thought that I could change the way that I was feeling about life until I did. It is a choice. Once I changed my perception, I came through stress in other new ways, different types of stress that came in, divorce and loss of jobs and all kinds of things that we all experience. We have a perception. How are we going to sing our life song? Have you ever wondered why there's certain things that you just can't change in your life? You just think, oh, this is just me, this is who I am. And you just live with that. It might not feel great, but I'm always late, it's just who I am. I always lose my keys, or if this happened to me, this is a horrible marriage, so I can't be happy. Whatever it is, you can change it. You can change it by just becoming aware, becoming present, and choosing a better feeling thought. Can you always jump from the bottom of the staircase to the top, from grief and guilt to super happiness? No, not usually. But you can begin to be present with those feelings, to accept them, to love yourself for having those feelings, and begin to look for the love. Begin to sing a new life song, a new chorus. And think about the words, And when I say a new chorus, think about the words that you use, that we all use. And, I'm from New York. I grew up in a place where there was a lot of foul language. And it was just part of life. And people just talk about their problems, and this is the biggest, everyone gathers and talks about the worst thing that's happened to them. And so it was a big shift for me, and it was a process, but it's working. It's happening. Words are the messengers of your life, and your body is processing them. Everything that's happening to you is coming in and through you. So if you're always saying that I'm late, it's going to happen. But how about, I can arrive a few minutes early. It's just simple little shifts by using new high vibrational words. The frequency of a beautiful shining light is in you. It is, or you wouldn't be here. So choose, be like the word police in your head. Because we're telling ourselves things that make us feel bad, and nobody can stop that except for us. Remember Charlie Brown and the Peanuts gang, right? And you know that character that's called Pigpen? Okay, he's got dirt all over mine, right? That's how I envision like a field. That's a frequency when we're in guilt and pain and sorrow and anger. It's like this, it's a muddy frequency that we're carrying around with us, and we can clean that up. We could be more like Snoopy. Like Snoopy's happy and excited and lets things go and just like wants to dance. That could be your vibration, just by little choices. So stop using phrases like, I want it bad. How about you want it good? Or this just kills me. People say that all the time. I've had people say, I'm dying to see you. And I'm like, please, don't die. And they're like, wow, I didn't mean that. Well, no, so say what you mean. I'm excited to get together with you, or whatever. Instead of, don't forget your keys, how about remember your keys? Because that's really what you want, is the remembering part, or my foot is killing me. How about my foot is healing? I hate when she says that. Right? Well, how about I prefer she talk nicer? A preference is not a judgment. It's just stating what you prefer. I just notice, that thought's coming up. That's coming out of my mouth. What could be my new preference? And the same works with the body. Instead of I have diabetes, I have back pain, or whatever your doctor told you, which maybe is going through your body. I'm not saying to be in denial, but how about shifting it and not becoming identified with it? Let that not be your identity. Like, I'm having the experience of that pain, or I'm healing a process called diabetes. If you're not attaching to it, it's just a process that's happening, you're moving through it. Or you can even be, I take excellent care of myself in all ways. And sometimes your little mind, or your little record player is going to go, you liar. No. But when you learn a new chorus to a song, you don't just know it the first time, you have to practice it, right? You have to learn the new words. So will stress come up? Yes. This is the world of 2017 of planet Earth. There is a stressful life out there. But it doesn't mean that you have to let it affect your song. It doesn't have to take over your life, bring you down, make you sick. Change your perception. We work with other people, we live with other people that have negative words, and we don't have to participate. We don't. We can bless them, even silently. There's a lot that we can do to change our frequency. Other ways we can change our frequency, be outside, be in nature, trees, the earth, super high vibrational frequencies. And it affects us. We're feeling it. Turn off the TV, turn off the news, don't watch scary movies or war stories or violence. The brain, the mind doesn't know the difference when we're scared. And if you hear a sound in the night, you're like, what is that? And you're scared and you're, it's just a cat. So, but your mind doesn't know the difference for that moment. So when you're watching these things, it's affecting you. Begin to choose the better feeling thought, the better feeling frequency. Also your breath. Talked about that a little bit. But your breath, think about it, it has sound. It's audible. Your breath sends oxygen, fills the body, brings you presence. There's tons of breathing exercises that you can do to help change your frequency. And then there's the sound of silence. Do we let ourselves have that? I have to have it. My hearing is just too, I have to listen to it. And when I do, it's peaceful. It's relaxing. but I have to choose it. To become aware and choose it. Sound healing is another way to change your frequency. I've had people come to meditations that don't even know anything about this. Their friend brought them in, and they come up to me at the end and say they have this pain in their shoulder, it's been hurting all their life, and it moves down and out their arm. There are things that can change your frequency. It doesn't have to be the bowls. It can be your own voice. Your voice is the tuning instrument for your body. Use your voice. Sing. Sing happy songs. Sing just sounds. Just letting sound out will tone the body. A lot of people, they have a stressful day, they come home, they relax on the couch, and what do? It's the body toning. It's letting go, right? It's relaxing. And if you use some sound, just the vowels, say, it can really begin to bring your body into a harmonic frequency to increase that sound. Oh, this is good. Okay. So in Power versus Force, it's a book by David Hawkins, MD, PhD, and he created a calibration scale of consciousness. And the reason I want to tell you this is because changing your frequency will change your life, but it will also change everyone else's and all around us. So at the bottom of the scale, this is a calibration scale, it's different than hers, but he says at the bottom of the scale, at 20 is shame. So when we're feeling shame, it is the worst thing that we could be doing to our body. And the next one up is guilt at 30. So it's not surprising when I was living in guilt, I didn't want to live. It's pretty low. As we move up the scale, we have apathy at 50, grief is 75. See how grief is even an improvement from guilt. Fear is 100. Desire is 125. Maybe you might think it was a little bit higher, but it's that I need something feeling. It's not quite as high as you think because you're coming from this state of incompleteness. Anger, 150. Pride, 175. Courage is 200. Neutrality is 250. Willingness. Am I willing to change? Yeah, I'm willing. That's a quick shift to 310. And then acceptance. 350. Reason, 400. Love, 500. Joy, 540. Peace, 600. Enlightenment, 700. The reason I wanted to share this with you is because he says one person calibrating at 500, which is love. So focusing on love, love in your heart, love for another, focusing on love. One person calibrating at 500 positively affects about 750,000 people. One person calibrating at 600, which is peace, positively affects about 10 million people. And that helps us to understand that, you know what, not every single being has to be focused on peace, but if we are, we're helping, we're shifting, we're beginning to tip the scales on our planet towards peace. Not many reach this, but some do in moments, and one person's calibrating at 700 positively affects about 70 million people. So you have the power to heal yourself, to heal your body, to change your life and those around you by making higher vibrational choices, higher vibrational words, a new chorus for your life. It doesn't cost anything. It's available to you in any moment, and you'll receive a change in your life. Like when the things that, you change the way you look at things, the things you look at begin to change. And just remember, if there's something that you don't like, I mean, it's going to come up. There's two things you can do. Change it, or change the way you're looking at it. That's all you can do. And sometimes it's just looking at it. Because being present with something can sometimes just move you right through it. It feels uncomfortable, but if you just are present with it, you can move to the other side of it. So instead of focusing on what's wrong, we focus on what can we do to feel better? How can we solve it? I've transformed great pain and suffering, little things, big things, and everything in between by this little process of ABC, be aware. Be with your breath, just be, and then consciously choose new words and positive thoughts. Simple, but not always easy, because you're changing a habit, right? So be persistent. love yourself and your world enough to stick to it. You gotta learn that new song, learn that new chorus. Look for new ways to use positive words and watch how much better you feel. Watch how quickly your life improves. Because the quality of your life is not based on all of these things that have happened to you or around you. The quality of your life is determined by what's happening within you, which is awesome because that's powerful and accessible at any moment. It's in you. Live in deliberate creation. Conduct your life song with excitement, with frequencies and powerful words that raise your vibration. Create positive change in your world. You have the ultimate tool at the tip of your tongue. Sing the anthem, throw your hands up. Choose what this song is. In each moment, you have a choice. What is your life song?